Hello, and welcome to this presentation of the Instructional Design for SAISD and Guided Instruction. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of the guided instruction phase of the GRR framework. You'll also be able to describe how scaffolding students' developing skills or knowledge through questioning, prompting, and cueing helps to ensure students will be able to successfully complete tasks independently. Guided instruction is the phase of the GRR framework where the cognitive load shifts from teacher to student. In guided instruction, the teacher begins to follow the lead of the learner, knowing when to offer scaffolding questions, prompts, and cues, and when to withdraw these supports. Guided instruction will not be the same for every group of students, nor does it happen every day for every student. Asking students questions is a hallmark of the guided instruction phase. Giving students the opportunity to elaborate or clarify their answers allows you to determine how best to respond and how to scaffold understanding. Don't be too quick to correct students or offer them a direct explanation. Continuing to scaffold with prompts and cues gives you the chance to better understand what the student knows and doesn't know. Then you can effectively adjust instruction to get the learning back on track. Prompts are hints or reminders that encourage students to do the work when they have temporarily forgotten to use a known skill or strategy. There are 4 different types of prompts. Background knowledge prompts reference content that the student already knows, has been taught, or has experienced. For example, if a student is learning about the water cycle and is having difficulties, you might ask, "What do you remember about the states of matter?" to remind them of background knowledge that they already possess. A process or procedure prompt is a reminder of agreed upon rules or guidelines. For example, when a student answers a question about the order of operations incorrectly, you may respond by saying, "I'm thinking of a mnemonic device that we use to remember the order of solving problems." A reflective prompt is a reminder to students to be metacognitive and to think about their thinking. For example, when a student's writing does not include evidence, as the assignment required, you may prompt the student by saying, "What are we learning today? What was our purpose?" Finally, a heuristic prompt is any informal problem-solving procedure suggested to help learners develop their own effective way to solve a problem. For example, when a student does not get the correct answer to a math problem, you might say, "Maybe drawing a visual representation would help you solve the problem." But sometimes prompts are not sufficient. In these cases, a cue is called for. Cues shift learners' attention. Cues can be visual, verbal, gestural, or environmental. For example, changing the volume of your voice, pointing to a word wall, using manipulatives, or highlighting areas in a text. Now let's watch an example of a teacher using guided instruction in a small reading group. As you watch the video, notice how the teacher uses questions, prompts, and cues to elicit student understanding and guide the students towards independently being able to apply their new skills and knowledge.
What are you thinking what we could put down for this picture? Honeybees? Well, what does the honeybee give us? That's what.
Only honeybees that visit flowers.
So what did you learn about honeybees on that page?
That worker bees are the smallest bees, and that they clean the hive and feed baby bees.
Excellent job. Keep going.
Any male honeybees are called and for their only job is to meet with the queen. The worker bees feed and take care of.
Do you know what this chart means right here, Michaela?
The largest bee.
Do you have any idea what this illustration is showing?
Colony has the queen.
From an egg to a...
dog.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to stop you guys. What good work you did. I'm so proud of you.
What type of questioning does she use to check for understanding and uncover errors and misconceptions? How does she use prompting to encourage student thinking? When and why did she cue students? Did she ever offer a student a direct explanation or answer to their question? Why or why not? Guided instruction serves as a linchpin between the focused instruction students have received and the independent learning they will need to complete. The goal of guided instruction is precision teaching that ultimately increases the rate of learning because students do not have to relearn topics or be forced to fill in knowledge gaps on their own. Through guided instruction, the teacher asks questions and, as needed, prompts and cues students to facilitate the application of a skill, concept, or strategy independently. Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the instructional design for SAISD and guided instruction.